My name is Chad Sanderson. My title is Chief Executive Officer. My company is Gable.ai. Well, I drink tea. Does that count instead of coffee? And then there is the contents of the data itself. So the values that I would expect from that data. If I have 5 categorical values in some particular field, I would never expect there to be a 6th or a 7th suddenly appear. Like maybe my system is not built in such a way to deal with that. Or if I have an age field, I would probably not expect their age to ever be less than 0 or greater than, like 300. Unless they're, you've got
putting conditions and
Yes.
almost like guardrails onto the data so that people understand, okay, no matter what and how tainted things can get, the data is not going to come out like this. And if it does, we need to figure something out. Are you alerting people if it does show up like that, or is it just not allowed and you get like a null? Or
It's a bit of both. So there's sort of a flow that happens. There's really like 4 main steps in Gable. The first step is the identification of these data sources, and we have some magical AI-driven mechanisms to scan a code base and to automatically figure out where in code is data being produced. And so that could be we can figure out, here's all the database tables that are being produced, that are being, all the structures that exist in your code. Here's all the event code that's being produced. We could connect to like some file structure, like S3, scan through S3, and then figure out for each file, is this file related to data? Does it have a schema and stuff like that? Or is this more of like a non-data related file? Is it just like a Word document or something like that? Once we have all of those, and we could do this with third-party stuff too, Salesforce, SAP, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But once you kind of have all of those identified, then we can extract structure and we can extract contents of the data, and we can represent those in a standard format. So it doesn't matter if it's a Postgres transactional database, if it is a segment event, a Python dictionary, a .NET executable, a Java, whatever, all of that data can be extracted and sort of organized and formatted in the exact same way. Once that's in place, we can then automatically enrich that data with lots of useful information. So because we're injecting ourselves into the Git sort of version control platform of choice, so GitLab, GitHub, whatever, you can extract the ownership on the repo level, right? Like, who is the person that actually owns the code that is producing this data? That is true ownership.